should be hollering at this guy who Kendrick Perkins seems to be going back and forth with. See what I had to say about Westbrook after 15 seasons in the league.
Do we realize that training camp started and Russell Westbrook is not on the roster?
I'd like to believe that that's by choice. He's waiting for the right opportunity or the
I
one.
believe that's not by choice. Now, let me say this. This very situation, this moment right here that we're in, Russell Westbrook not being on the roster, is what hurt me and Russell Westbrook personal relationship. Because on sometime 3-4 years ago, when he was on the Lakers roster, okay, and reports came back to me from general managers around the league, and I said it on television, that, hey, man, Russ got to be careful now. The rumor is around the league word around the league is that if he don't be careful, temper it down, he might find himself out the league. Okay? This is what I said. After that, I get a long paragraph from his wife, Nina, because I ain't doing nothing but doing my job. And I'm not.
All right, that's like,
Yeah, it's a bit much. Yeah, you think it's crazy.
I didn't know that they went into that. I thought, I was wondering why he thought he was out of the league. Thank you, I guess, for letting us know that maybe Russell Westbrook is deemed as a problem. Like that was the rumor in Denver. They were trying to blame it on Aaron Gordon, that he came out and said, yo, Westbrook's a problem in the locker room. Obviously, what happened in LA, that's when Shannon Sharp showed he's a hypocrite, or he was just being a hypocrite about, players, where he was such a LeBron fan. He was part of the whole, bringing down the Russell Westbrook, who you brought in, that had a great season in Washington defensively, whatever. But he has been through a lot of ups and downs. We definitely have criticisms of Russell Westbrook. We don't think he's a real point guard, none of that. But to see it go out like this, to be honest, he's still one of these freaks of nature, old boy. That's why I find it, funny, because a team like the Miami Heat, obviously you deal with a Jimmy Butler because you feel like he has enough potential and talent. You didn't think championship, but definitely to at least lead the rest of the team to show the Heat culture. And I've gotten nothing but like Heat culture type vibes from Russell Westbrook. So why not sign him for $2-3 million for a team like that? You ain't making the playoffs. Like, I don't see why you don't want a hard worker in there. He ain't gonna be worried about no body fat. Like, Westbrook is he's chiseled. He's a statue out there. So, I didn't know Kendrick was going that far. That's way too, like, we don't have to know things like that. That's the other thing with these guys. Like, how do you not know what to not, what to, what I'm saying, that what you should or shouldn't be saying? All I want to hear about is, why is he not in the league? Shit ain't got nothing to do with your girl or his girl. Why is he not in the league? Is it because Westbrook is, biting some more than he could chew, old boy? This is, might be in the rule for him too.
I mean, from my perspective, he's not a good basketball player no more. He doesn't make anybody better. What does he do great? Man, we don't need no energy guy that's 15 years in the league. You're not young. We watched him in Denver. How many mistakes he makes? How many bad shots he takes? How many turnovers? How many just low basketball IQ things he does? Like, these are things that people are scared to say because, he's definitely a Hall of Famer, great basketball player, had a great career. But if you watch him on the basketball court, you what is his positives at this point in his career? Not a great shooter. The triple double thing been over, so he ain't a great passer. So we gonna get him for what? So, I I don't have an insider like Kendrick Perkins. So for me, it ain't even about what GMs are saying as far as him being hard to deal with. I just think GMs and coaches is going. If I don't may not want him around my young players because once again, in his mind, he probably still think he's a starter. He probably still think he needs significant minutes. And then when you have a team where you're trying to win a championship, a la like Denver, you watch them in Denver. Bro, he's out of control. So I just think his basketball play is what has him not in the league anymore. I bet if he could shoot, somebody would pick him up. You get what I'm saying? I bet if
Yeah.
he was a solid defender, now of course, great energy, things like that. But he ain't running the offense. He not. So for me, we have to start being honest. Guys like KD, Curry, LeBron, they all 15 to 20 plus years in the league, but we see what they can still do. Russell Westbrook is nowhere near on that level. Sorry. Sorry. So for me, I'm not signing you if you're not helping my team win. So him and Kendrick Perkins, whatever they had going on, listen, I don't care about none of that. It ain't got nothing to do with. I'm just my eyes are telling me, nah, he done, bro. Sorry, he done. So I don't think nobody's gonna pick him up. I think eventually he's gonna probably have to announce he's retired.
Yeah, I just would have thought it was them. Trying to think of any other team that's known to be like, if Thibodeau was here, maybe like that. Like these guys want these kind of players, energy players. But I think once you said he ain't got a jump shot, it's like the risk reward is not high enough on one side.
Bro, I'm sorry to cut you off. He will shoot you out of a game, bro. We see what he does. Bro, he'll take a bad shot when you don't supposed to take the shot. He'll throw a turnover when it's like, what? So, bro, we have to be honest. Some guys are not going to be in the league anymore because of what they don't bring to the table anymore. What he was doing 3, 4, 5 years ago compared to today, bro, is no more triple doubles. It's no more none of that.
But
So,
now that you say that, right? It's funny because I didn't realize until Dom, shout out to Dom Dropper, he would always tell me like, yo, first take changed the culture, first take changed the way we talk about basketball, the way we talk about sports and stuff. I was like, yo, to be honest, I'm kind of used to that being from New York, but I didn't give him enough credit for just making me understand that, because so many people will repeat Russell Westbrook's point that by the time I got to telling people like, yo, he's just not a point guard to me, even in his prime, at his peak, before the triple doubles, I'm like, James Harden should be their point guard. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Like, I'm just talking about basketball. This guy's more of a two guard to go up ball, get the rebound for you. He's like a super Josh Hart back then, super athletic version of that. So I didn't realize people were listening to Skip Bayless calling him Westbrook and all that, and that now I'm thinking about it may play into why they got into a beef, Kendrick Perkins and Westbrook, because they feel like that's what got him out of the LA is the outside noise, and it's like, yo, dog, no. Like, it's not that. It's the fact that you can play well in spurts, but a coach will have to realize, like, yo, if this shit ain't working, I gotta bench you. And then if you really don't have the attitude that a lot of these guys complain about, like we seen DeMarcus Cousins, we saw what you did in Puerto Rico, going to the end of the bench, going bananas. Here's somebody with your water bottle, and come on, man, approaching him with your joint in his face. Like, but oh boy, I'm saying I don't know what you do to earn a rep like that. Either way, I don't know if you still at super athletic like that. Even Carmelo, it sounds good on the podcast, bro, but to politic and everything, I don't know. Because to me, Carmelo double talks is about his stay in New York while he got here. Same thing with DeMarcus Cousins, a couple guys. It's just like it's something about you got to be able to play ball off the court too. It seems like.
But that's a great point, right? But I just think I'm gonna just stay on the guys we're talking about. DeMarcus Cousins and Russell Westbrook. The way the game is being played today, they can't play it. Let me tell you something. Dennis Rodman was a maniac. None of them was nuttier than Dennis Rodman off the court, but he still kept getting contracts. The Lakers took him. You know why? Because he was able to still rebound. Now, of course, it didn't pan out, and eventually they figured out, nah, it's over. But if DeMarcus Cousins was still able to play this game at the level that they need him to play, he would have a contract. If Russell Westbrook, he can't play the two. Name me a two guard that can't shoot. Name me a two guard where you could just leave wide open. I'm sorry, bro. So at that position, it's It's tough. It's tough. And, Kendrick Perkins, half of the conversation, I believe. The other half, I don't know. But for me, okay, you may have some rumors going around, but I think bundle that up with, listen, the game has passed them. Sorry, the game has passed you, and it's just sad. But I kind of figured, like, yo, watching him in Denver, listen, man, you know how many times I was at the TV and said, yo, bro, take him out the game. Sorry. Because he's on his own time. So it's unfortunate, but I think he's done. I don't think no one's picking him up. He's done.
Finito.
Yeah, he's done. He's done. I mean, just real quick, pick him up, and what is he gonna do? He ain't running the offense. Now, if you need
No.
a guy that's just gonna bring you some good energy and maybe sell some tickets, I get it. But if you're trying to contend for a championship and you need that last roster spot, bro, he can't shoot. He misses layups. He's erratic. He's not a great defender. He turns the ball over. What does that say?
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.